Welcome to Welland Stadium. We'll get you the starting lineups and first pitch in just a little bit, but first, some pregame festivities from the pond.
Presented by Tailgates Bar and Grill. First for the visiting Barrie Baycats. Leading off the center fielder, number 9, Cuddies Ejo. Batting second, the second baseman, number 7, Royce Ando. Batting third baseman, number 26, Adam Odd. Batting fourth and cleanup, the designated hitter, number 27, Ryan Rio. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 29, Malik Williams. Batting sixth, left fielder, number 4, Starlin Rodriguez. Batting seventh, the center fielder. Batting seventh, the catcher, number 55, Hayden Jekyll. Batting eighth, right fielder, number 17, Avery Tuck. Batting ninth, shortstop, number 3, Carson Burns. And on the mound for the Baycats, number 97, Frank Garces. The manager for the Baycats is Mr. Josh Metlow.
Live from Welland Stadium, welcome to Game 1 of the IBL Finals right here on Baycats Radio, only on Baycats TV. It should be a great series between the Welland Jackfish and the Barrie Baycats. We can't wait to take in Game 1. I'm Patrick Melbourne with you for the play-by-play. Alongside me today is Julius Hern. Julius, great pitching matchup, great matchup overall, and tensions are high as we begin this one.
Yes, absolutely. Saw some festivities in batting practice before the game today between the two managers. It got a little bit heated, but this is the best matchup we could have asked for in the IBL Finals. Probably the best two teams consistently all year, the Baycats and the Jackfish, and maybe the two best pitchers in the league as well, in Frank Garces and Alberto Guerrero.
All right, we'll take a short break. When we come back, first pitch here at the pond. You're listening to the IBL Finals on Baycats Radio, only on Baycats TV.
Players as assigned by the Inter-County Baseball League are presented by I Care Welland. Making their way through the field at first base, Chris Walters. At third base, Ryan Hern. And behind the plate, Mr. Ben Rosen.
Umpires at home plate, and we're just waiting on the national anthem and first pitch here as we begin Game 1. Let's give you the Baycats lineup as we get started here on Baycats Radio. You can see it on your screen here on Baycats TV. Cuddies Ejo will lead off to play center field, then it'll be Royce Ando, Adam Odd, and Ryan Rio. Malik Williams bats fifth, and Starlin Rodriguez, who's come back despite a groin injury earlier in the postseason. Hayden Jekyll bats seventh, Avery Tuck bats eighth. He had a great day last time out, and then Carson Burns bats ninth. For the Welland Jackfish, it'll be Hogan Brown leading things off, playing left field, then John Franco Morello, the center fielder. Steven Moretto, the first baseman power hitter, is batting third, then James Smybert, Carlos Martinez, the good catcher. Caleb Fiera-Stake, the right fielder, then Mateo Porcelato, Tyler Dupuis, and Ethan Hunt batting ninth. The pitching matchup today, Frank Garces for the Barrie Baycats, and for the Well Jackfish, Alberto Guerrero. Back in just a moment on Baycats Radio.
Gentlemen, boys and girls,
And now the national anthem here before the game here at Welland Stadium.
And welcome to the field, Julia D'Amico, to perform our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. Quand embrasse porter le père, il sait porter la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
A great rendition there of the Canadian national anthem, Oh Canada. As we get started here between the Welland Jackfish and the Barrie Baycats. Jackfish have taken the field, and we're just about ready to go. Alberto Guerrero out there on the mound. And Julius Hern, what can you tell us about Guerrero?
Yeah, Guerrero's probably been the ace of this Jackfish staff all year, and he's shown it for absolutely. It's been a great playoffs for him so far, and he's really earned this game one start.
It's in there, long-time season ticket holder.
Guerrero, 25-year-old from Pecora in Panama, stands at 6'4" on the mound. 2-0 so far this postseason. He's given up 6 runs in 12 innings. 8 strikeouts to 7 walks. They want to keep those walks down. 7 walks in those 12 innings pitched. That's getting up there for a guy who hasn't had all that much success in the regular season, but we've also than I think we expected. There was about a 30% chance of rain coming into today here at the area. There's no rain at the moment. We saw a little drizzle of rain earlier, but the clouds are threatening a little bit.
Okay, now what you want to see to start out game one of the finals, but looks like it's passing through. It's not gonna disrupt the game or anything.
So Guerrero ready to go. First pitch to Kanisi Joe is a strike, and that's how this game gets started. Welland's crowd into it.
Kanisi Joe hitting .226 for the postseason so far.
That's up, and it started a little slow this postseason, but really has gotten it going lately. with 270 in the regular season with a 440 on base average. The lights on in the outfield across the gray backdrop of the sky. That's grounded to shortstop. Moving in and throwing to first is Smybert, and that will be the first out of this game. Let's take a look at the defense, Julius, for the Welland Jackfish.
For the Jackfish here in Game 1, Hogan Brown in the outfield and left field, Gio Morello in center, Cale Fearstake in right. On the infield, Ethan Hunt at third, James Smybert at short, Tyler Dupuis at second, and Steven Moretto rounds it out at first base, with Carlos Martinez catching Alberto Guerrero.
Smibert's a guy who's going to get a lot of votes as best shortstop in the league. Very good defensively as well as a good offensive contributor for the team.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I voted him as well in our broadcaster's vote. I think I put him up there, and at least first or second team. And something seems to be delaying progress here on the Welland dugout side.
As there's a meeting over in between the third base bag and the home plate area on the line. Coming in now is Andrew White, the third base coach. Brian Essery out there to talk to home plate umpire Ben Rosen. Let's give you the umpires while we have a moment. Ben Rosen for home plate umpire, then Chris Walters at first base, Ryan Hern over there at third. And now a meeting out there on the mound, talk to Alberto Guerrero. I don't know what they're talking about. Guerrero's got the ball. He's got his glove down by his waist. And now they're going to redo the dirt. One batter in, and they're going to redo the dirt here at Welland Stadium. Guerrero not happy with the state of it. They were redoing it about 10 minutes before first pitch, and now I guess they've decided they need to do it again.
Yeah, they took the tarp off like just before the game started, and even applied some quick dry dirt on top of it even after the fact just to be sure, and I guess Guerrero just not happy with where his landing foot's going to be and trying to get acclimated to it now.
Guerrero's a guy that's mostly going to throw his fastball. He's got a couple of different fastballs. He's also got a circle change and a slider. 71% fastball to the lefty. So Julius, if you're in the batter's box, you know you're mostly going to get fastballs from Guerrero. How does that change your approach?
You really have to watch out for the off-speed pitches, curveball, changeup. You know, you can set fastball like pretty low, but that off-speed pitch, about 10 miles an hour lower than the fastball at least, that's gonna really come in, and it's gonna be a different look. You're really gonna be out in front of it if you're swinging, sitting on a fastball.
Now, Guerrero back on the mound, taking a couple more practice pitches under the new dirt. He gives it a nod. And it looks like we're ready to get back underway for Royce Ando's at bat here in the top of the first inning. One out here if you just joined us. Thanks for doing so here on Baycats Radio, only on Baycats TV. That's Melbourne, Julius Hern with you.
Second baseman Royce Ando.
That's the voice of Spencer Tangway, the PA announcer today at Welland Stadium. Ando steps in. First pitch to him is up and in. Baycats wearing the navy blue tops with the gray pants as their road uniform set. Jackfish wearing their home whites. That's up and in again. Mostly the same spot from Guerrero, 2-0.
Ando's been one of the stronger Baycats this postseason, hitting .435. That's 10 for 23, 4 doubles, 4 RBI.
That one catches the zone, 2-1. Ando reestablishing himself in this batting order. That is outside, 3-1.
Really good at bat here, seeing those pitches. A 3-1 count now. He's yet to draw a walk so far this postseason.
Here's the 3-1. And that's in the upper middle part of the strike zone. You hear the clapping. Full count now. First full count of the game. 3-2. Crowd getting behind Guerrero. Kicks, comes home, and strikes out swinging. And that's the second out of the inning.
Yeah, and that might be a reason why Ando has yet to draw a walk this postseason. He was really reaching for that one outside the zone.
26,
and maybe he felt obligated to swing at that pitch. Looked like it was a fastball just outside part of the plate, but it really looked like he was reaching for it.
Now, if you asked Adam Odd, hey, are you going to have a higher average in the postseason so far than you're going to than you had in the regular season, you would say, well, that's a tough task. He had a 390 batting average in the regular season. It's all the way up to 400 in the postseason, so he's done it so far.
Yeah, he's been maybe the most consistent Baycat all year. Him and Ryan Rio, 3 and 4 spot.
First pitch was the ball, second one is hit to right field. Could be trouble, but it's caught. And right? For the third out of the inning. When we come back, Welland will take their first at-bats against Frank Garces. You're watching Baycats TV, listening to Baycats Radio, only on Baycats TV.
Welcome back. Bottom of the first inning here at Welland, and it's brought to you by JC Unlimited Contracting. Design, supply, build, renovate. Servicing Simcoe region for over a decade.
That's Julius Hern. Patrick Melbourne here with you for Game 1 of the IBL Finals between the Barrie Baycats and the Welland Jackfish. It'll be Hogan Brown and Gianfranco Morello and Steven Moretto to lead off the inning for the Welland Jackfish. They'll be facing off against Barrie's ace, Frank Garces.
Frank Garces, probably the best case to be pitcher of the year here in the IBL this season. In the regular season, a 6-1 record of 2.47 ERA. And in the playoffs so far, 3.21 ERA. It's been pretty solid. 2 starts, 14 innings pitched total, so about 7 a game. You can kind of expect a quality start from him every time he's on the mound. We'll see if he can do it again tonight.
And Garces, one of the most important things for him is going to be that pinpoint command. When he's on, he barely ever walks anybody. Only 4 walks in the regular season across 10 games started.
Yeah, he's been probably the most reliable arm. He can come in, he's started every game, but Josh Mallow feels confident he can come in any situation he needs, and he was saving him for Game 1 for a reason.
Well, we have a moment. Let's give you the defense for the Barrie Baycats.
In the outfield today for the Barrie Baycats, Stalin Rodriguez. In left field, Kanisi Joe. In center, Avery Tuck, a hot bat. He's in right field. Adam on at third base, Carson Burns is short, with Roy Sando at second, and Malik Williams at first base. And Hayden Jaco is catching Frank Garces.
Garces to face Hogan Brown, the left fielder for the Jackfish. 359 average across the regular season. A 4.25 on base average. Brown, a left-handed hitter against a left-handed pitcher, Frank Garces. First pitch from Frank is inside, ball 1.
Hogan Brown, through this year, one of the most dangerous bats in the IBL this year.
There's a strike, just catches the zone on the inside. And they haven't lacked for leadoff options on this Jackfish team. I mean, you could put Gio Morello there. Tyler Dupuis is a guy who seems like he could be a good leadoff hitter as well, but it has been Hogan Brown through most of this season. There's a strike, 1-2.
Yeah, Hogan Brown on the regular season, 359 average with just 3 home runs, but 36 RBIs, and he had 16 steals on top of that as well.
Last year, the Welland Jackfish used Brandon Nicholson a lot in the leadoff spot, a very speedy guy as well, but they decided to use their import player spots in a different way this season, moved Nicholson elsewhere, and now Brown, that speedy guy at the top of the order. Brian Essery, the manager of the Jackfish, likes speed at the top of the order. Count now 2-2 after a ball. Ground ball right side, and it'll just shift foul. by the first baseman Malik Williams, back with the team as he was late in that Kitchener series after returning from the Frontier League. That season is over. 2 balls, 2 strikes here in the first inning. Garcett's ready, kicks, throws, and that's on the ground to second. Over to first, and that is the first out as Roy Sando makes the play. Hogan Brown retired on a ground out. Here's Gianfranco Morello.
The center fielder,
Really great on Roy Sando there. First play of the game, he wasn't in a crisis mode. He didn't panic. He really calmed himself down, made an easy play at a good pace. He didn't rush anything, so good way to start this Baycats defensive stand.
Talked about Morello. He's a guy that's been all over the batting order this season for the Jackfish, but he really is a top of the order bat. Used to be a member of the Brantford Red Sox, but then moved to the Jackfish last season. Was a really good pickup by them and has continued as a star this season for Welland. Up and into Morello.
Yeah, another speedy guy at the top of the order here for Brian Essery, and you mentioned it, very valuable for this Jackfish team.
Morello really is a good number 2 hitter because in addition to the speed, he's got power. That's hit to right field. That could be trouble. It'll go off the wall. Fielded in right. It's thrown in by Avery Tuck. It's going to be a stand-up double for Gianfranco Morello. And the Welland Jackfish have something going here in the bottom of the first inning.
Right as you said, the power from Gio Morello over the head of Avery Tuck in right field, and Tuck actually played that really well. Great throw in to get back in quickly, and with Morello's speed, he could have stretched that into a triple. A bit of a different defensive alignment from the Baycats there, but good job by Avery Tuck there getting the ball in.
When you talk about power, Morello has power, so does Moretto. So as long as you've got a last name like Morello or Moretto, it seems like you got power in this Welland lineup. Steven Moretto led the team with 10 home runs in the regular season. He's added 3 more in the postseason so far. First pitch by Garcett's down low. Hogan Brown granted out to second base, then Gio Morello doubled, and it's 1 on, 1 out here in the first. Garcett's looks back at second, kicks, comes home, and that's into left center field. Moving back is Icho at the 1-inch track. He'll make the catch, runner tags, goes to third. It'll be a sacrifice to bring the runner to third. And a good job by Moretto there. A productive out, 2 away.
Always a productive out. Whenever you can move someone else, sacrificing that when it's a bunt or a sac fly, even a ground out in some cases. But Morello recognizing quickly that he had a great chance to get to third, and he took advantage of it.
So here's James Smybert. We talked about Smybert's defense. I mean, excellent shortstop defensively, but he's also in the cleanup spot for these Jackfish. Hitting .363 across the regular season with 4 home runs. He's got another couple in the postseason. So another source of power. And Frank Garcett's looking to get out of trouble here early.
Yeah, he leads the team in RBI with 16, which is relatively far and away the highest mark on the team through 8 games in the postseason.
Garcett's taking his time. Runner takes the lead off third. Kicks, comes home, and that's a swing on a check. They go to third to C. They decide he did go 0-1. Smybert from Mississauga, Ontario. Runner taking the lead off third. He's got good speed. That's fouled back to the screen.
It's a great matchup here in favor of Garcett's lefty-lefty, and he's taking advantage of it quickly. Up 0-2 with 2 out here.
Subscribers to Baycats TV who are subscribers for 5 minutes or more can chat in our live chat. We'll be checking in on that throughout the evening. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Frank Garcett's a strike away from getting out of the jam. Kicks, comes home. That's out the middle of base hit. Morello will score. It's an RBI for James Smybert. And the Jackfish are on the board here in the bottom of the first inning off Frank Garcett.
Great hit there from Smybert. He saw the fastball right, just the outside middle part of the plate. he took advantage of it. Great contact right back up the middle. It's exactly what you want to see as a hitter, and scores a run.
And the worrying thing for Barrie right now is that Frank Garces has given up contact or hard contact to all 4 batters so far. A ground out, a double, fly out right back to the wall, and then an RBI single. That'll bring up Carlos Martinez, the catcher. Martinez, one of the reasons that they shipped Brandon Nicholson away. He's from Colombia, takes up an import player spot, but he has been well worth it for these Jackfish. And a lot of teams in the IBL this season have decided that using one of their import player spots on an excellent catcher is a good strategic move. We saw Junior Ibarra last series. That's up high. Got 2-0 to Martinez. And Julius, you know, pitchers love it when they have a catcher that they can really vibe with.
Yeah, absolutely. Building chemistry is extremely important for, throughout the whole year.
Here's the 2-0 from Garces. That's inside, 3-0, and now another troublesome at-bat brewing.
You can build chemistry with your catcher throughout the year. You're working like a team. Your catcher is usually calling your pitches, and you can kind of know what you're feeling at any given moment based on past experience. And having something like that, a connection like that, can make the game go by a lot easier.
Runner taking the lead off first. That's Smybert. He's got good speed over there at first. 3 balls, no strikes, excuse me. Garces comes home. That is a strike, 3-1. Garces trying to battle back in this at-bat. Started out 3-0. Trying to get a ground ball, end the inning, or at least get to 3-2. Fans chanting. Comes home. That's hit to left field, but it took him foul out of play. Had some distance to it. Wouldn't have got out, but...
Again, another one of those hard-hit balls off Frank Garces' pitch, and it's very uncharacteristic of him to give up that much hard contact, especially in the first inning of an outing, let alone his whole outing.
Garces only 66 hits given up in 72 2/3 innings in the regular season, so this is very unusual. And it's not good news for the Baycats. Batter calls time. Martinez, a 4.56 on base average in the regular season. Playing over Sam Cocker, who is available off the bench today. Crowd chanting ball 4, and said that's hit to right center field. There could be trouble. Going all the way to the track is Avery Tuck, moving to his right. And Jackfish add 1. And early on in game 1 of the IBL Finals, it is 1-0. You're listening to the IBL Finals on Baycats Radio, only on Baycats TV. Welcome back. Welland Stadium. 1-0 Jackfish after 1. Alberto Guerrero back out there on the mound. Ryan Rio back in the batter's box. And Rio has been excellent so far in the postseason. He's already added 3 homers to his 11 from the regular season. Hitting .444 so far this postseason. That's inside. No, they're going to call that a strike. Says Ben Rosen, 0-1.
That was a tough call. Rio felt like he had to back out of the batter's box to get out of the way of that one, and it was eventually called a strike.
Cat now 0-2 after a strike. Guerrero kicks, comes home. That's hit on the ground right side. That's a base hit. And Ryan Rio improves his batting average with a leadoff single here in the second inning.
And Ryan Rios had a career year this year.
The first baseman, Malik Williams.
52 for 145. That's a 359 average in the regular season. 11 home runs, 48 RBIs. Career highs in both of those categories and vital parts of this Baycats offense.
Here's Malik Williams, as mentioned, in the middle of last series, came back from the Frontier League as their season ended. 567 in the regular season, 2 for 5 so far in the postseason. Catcher sets up just outside, and the pitch is very outside.
Yeah, Malik Williams left late in the regular season and into the playoffs. Played in the